You're watching Barnstable This Morning. Joining me now is Sandra Bolton. Thank you so much for joining me. You have this amazing book coming out, or actually it's out now. People can purchase it. And it is a wonderful coffee table book with all sorts of facts and trivia about Marstons Mills, as well as some beautiful photographs that highlight the village. What made you want to take on this project?
Well, it was the fact that I moved to Marstons Mills in 2005. I relocated from the other side of the bridge in Boston. And when I moved to Marstons Mills, it's such a quaint little village that I wanted to know more about it. And it just happened, you know, going to Marstons Mills Historical Society meetings and the Village Association. And then I started to do a little research on my own, and being a member of the Historical Society, I was asked to take some photographs for the newsletter. And the more photographs I took and the more research I started doing, it really sparked my interest. And the next thing you know, I'm writing a book.
Well, I love the book because it has some really cool trivia that many people probably have no idea about. I had no idea. I think it says in here there are 22 horse farms in Marstons Mills.
More than that.
Amazing.
Including, you know, the family horse farms, but also the larger ones and the professional ones, and it's pretty amazing. I learned so much writing this book, and I guarantee anybody that reads this book will be more knowledgeable, not just about Marstons Mills, but about cranberries, horses, airfields, just so much.
Yeah, there are also, that's great you mentioned that, there are some really beautiful photos of cranberry bogs, and you said you took 98% of the photos in this book. How long did it take you to put this together?
14 months.
It's a long time.
14 months, yeah.
Yeah.
It was, it just kept growing and growing. I didn't plan on doing a 144 plus page book, but everything was just so interesting, and I met such beautiful people, and the talent. I mean, there's just so much talent in the mills. Not that other villages don't have talent, and they all do, but it just so happens, you know, that I live in Marstons Mills, and that's the village that I explored. And it's just an amazing village. You know, it's not just the village itself. You know, it's the people. You know, and the humanity, and the horse farms. They have so much history. You know, they have therapeutic riding. They have all ages. The cranberry bogs. You know, the health benefits of cranberries. How it all started. I just go on and on and on.
And I love too, you included some of the local businesses that are, you know, popular. So many people love to go to them. What did you learn from the book that maybe surprised you when you were putting it together?
The way that they harvest cranberries. You know, I never really understood that, you know, cranberry bogs. So when I visited a family that's been doing bogging for years, the Hamblin family, I was introduced to the equipment that they use and how they, certain time of year, and why they flood the bogs, and the cranberries just kind of pop to the top, and that's when they harvest it. The horse farms, I never knew horses laid down. And they do. Every day they have to lay down for at least 15, 20 minutes a day because they have to rest their body, but they cannot lay down longer than that because of the way their legs fold under their body, and it damages, you know, their heart or their insides, but they do lay down. And one horse farm that I visited after I finished the interview, and it was a hot day, and one of the people there were grooming the horses, and we're hosing them down and cooled the horse down beautifully. It was shiny and looking great. And the woman walks away and goes in the barn. All of a sudden the horse just plops to the ground right behind me, and I thought the horse died. No, it just wanted to lay down and roll around the dirt and get all that wet stuff off of them. Then he stood up and he was looked happy as a clam. It's in the airfield. You know,
yeah, that's a Marstons Mills sight to see.
It is, and they do the trips. You can sightsee, get get in the biplane and fly all over Marstons Mills. And that's been there for many years, and it's also been said that Amelia Earhart flew in and out of that airfield.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's the only airfield that has 3 grass runways. I'm giving you bits and pieces about different parts of the book, but it goes into it a little bit deeper. But like I said, it's the people in the village that are doing all these things.
And you need programs like fishing for casting for recovery, a therapeutic fly fishing group.
Yes, that's for women with breast cancer. Yeah, never heard of it.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Amazing what you learn every day. Now, talk to me a little bit about publishing the book, because how did that work out for you?
I self-published, and it worked out very expensive.
That's the way with most things, I think.
I know. It's, well, I checked into some publishing companies, and I didn't seem to be too excited, about getting involved with a publishing company, and someone suggested self-publishing, and I interviewed with a couple of people that do publishing and self-publishing, and then I was referred to this company in Yarmouth, South Yarmouth, New England Reprographics. And I went down, I met with him, and I met with his graphic designer and his layout person, design and layout. One thing led to another. The next thing you know, I'm working on self-publishing my book. And he did a wonderful job, helping me with, the layout and the design.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And the quality of the paper is exceptional. I wanted this book to be the best that it could be. And it is.
I think this would be a great maybe Christmas gift for someone We all love our villages that we live in.
Yes, we do.
And we build a community in our village. Mm-hmm. And so it might be, to me, would be a fantastic Christmas gift for someone who lives in Marstons Mills and loves their village and has so much pride in their village.
Also for people that want to let other people know where they live and about their village.
Or maybe someone who's looking to learn a little bit more about their village like you were.
Exactly.
It's so many neat trivia. And you're also a screenwriter.
Yes, I am.
That's pretty. What made you want to write screenplays?
Watching the Academy Awards one night, and the movie that won the award, I didn't think was so great. And I said to my companion, we're watching the awards, and I said, I could write a screenplay better than that. And he just laughed, and he says, yeah, you and a million other people.
But you did it, and
I
you
said,
actually
I'm
sold
going
the
to write a
screenplay.
screenplay.
Yeah.
And I did. And I just went to the library and got 100 books and kept reading and reading how to write a screenplay. Of course, that's all well and good, but what you need professional guidance, and you need to take some classes, and that's what I did, because I wanted to learn more about it. And the first screenplay I worked on for 15 years. Never sold it, but worked on it, and then I decided I really do have to get some professional training, as far as writing a screenplay. And in the book, there's a little trivia in there saying, did you know that there's a screenwriter in Marstons Mills who has a producer looking at her screenplay? Well, by the time this book was published and starting to be distributed, the producer bought that screenplay.
That is really exciting news, and now they're going to produce it and enter it into some film festivals.
It's a short screenplay, and it's being produced, and it will be entered into screen festivals 2016, 2017.
Wow.
That's exciting.
Very exciting. Well, congratulations to you. The book is beautiful. I want to let everyone know, too, if they want to purchase the book, they can email you at boltonslanding@comcast.net. Thank you so much for meeting up with us this morning. We really appreciate it. Loved the book, Explore Contemporary Marstons Mills, Cape Cod. Thank you so much, Sandra, for meeting with us.
Thank you for the invitation.
And Sandra Bolton is author and photographer who wrote, of course, Explore Contemporary Marstons Mills, Cape Cod. For Barnstable This Morning, I'm Sarah Mantle.